Marceau's martial arts staged Warrior Weekend 9 at the Ramada.
In comparison to the first time we ran it after COVID, this weekend has just been exhilarating, absolutely. Our numbers this year were probably close to 125 participants with just over 30 different instructors, and there hasn't been a sourpuss face all weekend long. It's just been fantastic.
For a skeptic to look at this and say you're teaching violence to children, what would you respond with?
We are, but we're teaching it in a controlled manner. So if they do have to defend themselves, they'll be able to do it with a clear mind and with understood technique, not just blind fury.
How important is that for one's self-confidence, especially at a young age?
From the youngest participant this weekend, who was only 4 years old, to the oldest, who was just over 80, I think any training at all is good training.
Where did people come from?
We had people from Sturgeon Falls, people from Sudbury, Manitoulin Island, Toronto, Union, which is south of Hamilton. We had people come in from Ottawa, just the other side of Ottawa on the Quebec side. And our farthest travelers this year, one gentleman drove in from Traverse City, Michigan, and one gentleman flew in from Chilliwack, British Columbia. We will hear from the gentleman from British Columbia, but first we hear from Chelsea. She's 9 years old, and she's already gained a yellow belt.
So far we've worked on something with these little sticks, and we did a lot of strikes to help us. We did some drills. Today we were practicing on how to protect yourself if an adult tries to attack you or hurt you. We also were doing some games for fun. We practiced some more drills, and that's basically what we did all weekend.
And after learning all this, how do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you feel happy? What's the experience been like?
Well, it was really fun to do, and I would want to do it again. And I also like that I'm learning how to defend myself but not hurting the other person.
And have you met some new people this weekend?
Yes, and I also got to see one of my older friends that I haven't seen for almost 2 years.
Steve Hisco served as an instructor on the weekend. He's from British Columbia, and he has a 9th degree black belt. He discusses the important skill of teaching martial arts while avoiding injury.
Respect of our partners, knowing how to fall, first of all. So that's one of the very first things that we learn in jiu-jitsu is how to fall and hit the mat properly so that when we're doing throws and whatnot. But really is having the respect of our partners, which is what we try and encourage people to have. If you have respect for your partners on the mat, you're going to have respect for people outside of the dojo as well, which is a huge part of our training.
And jiu-jitsu, what are the disciplines within that name?
In our style of jiu-jitsu, we practice striking. We have takedowns and throws and hold escapes. The biggest part is if somebody grabs you, how do you get out of those holds and be able to create that distance and get away? And we deal with the same thing with the kids. And at my school, we also deal with, if an adult tries to abduct a child or injure a child, we can't be teaching kids exactly the same things sometimes as adults because our attackers are going to be different. So those are some of the different things that we deal with the kids.